So today is Tech Tuesday number 18. We have a lot more people, at least I think, than last time we were doing this. Hope everyone had a nice holiday season with New Year's and Thanksgiving. We took a long break. Even yesterday, we didn't do any Tech Tuesday, Monday meetings because it was MLK. Yeah, without further ado, let's let more people in here. You'll see my contact information through the slides in the presentation. Feel free to leave messages in the chat also. If you have any questions, let me turn on my camera here.
You know where? Have you seen my thing?
I'm so sorry. Did you have a question?
No, thank you. I was talking to my grandson. I need to go on mute.
Oh, okay. No problem. All right. So like all meetings, I shared this QR code with you all, and I'm also going to put a link in the chat. I get a lot of people that ask me right before these meetings for the links or whether or not we're on or what we're talking about. So if you click the link on in the chat, you will be able to add this Google Calendar to your calendar, and it'll notify you every single time we have, the contracts class, the Tech Tuesday meetings, and comms with Renee. It'll also remind you or, notify you when we host in-person, live meetings at the office about whatever. So yeah, I encourage you guys to sign up to that. And you will never have to worry about finding the link or knowing what's going on. So link in the chat, everyone. There you go. More people coming in. Yeah, my name is, I have Frank's picture for some reason right now, but it's me, I promise. All right, let's get more people in. Nice to meet you as well, Alton. Welcome, welcome. So like all meetings, this one is no exception. They are all recorded and posted on YouTube. That's what I was on just now. Let me actually paste the link to the YouTube channel there. So by subscribing to that link in the chat, you will also have email notifications whenever I post these videos there, so you can recap, go through it at your own pace. And yeah, just in case you can't make these meetings. So you can engage by participating in polls I put up on the screen every now and then. And yeah, make sure to participate. It helps everyone in the long term. We all get our questions answered, and it's fun that way. All right. So let's see what today's poll is. All right. So most of you, if not all, should see a poll pop up on your screen. I'm wondering if you guys have already set up a Linktree, a Calendly, or how familiar are you with your KvCORE website? Go ahead and take 10 seconds and go ahead and answer that on the screen if you can see it. Let's see here. I hope you guys can see this. I think it's live.
The poll isn't showing.
You guys are not seeing the poll. Interesting. Okay. Let me relaunch this.
I saw it. That's weird. I submitted.
Oh, okay. Let's close this and let's launch one more time.
Interesting there, Mr. Kane.
What's that?
What you're talking about with the KvCORE.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll be talking about a lot of cool stuff. I can't hear you properly.
I said I can't wait to talk to you about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, all questions are welcome. There you go. So the poll is relaunched. I don't know what's going on with Zoom today. Hopefully you can see it this time. If not, Just kind of type no or yes. Are you experienced or do you leverage your KvCORE websites? In case you're not seeing this poll. So that way I get an idea of how, where we should start with this. I don't want to overload your brains today. Hopefully not. All right. And while you guys are doing that, last Tuesday, we talked about uploading your contacts into KvCORE. I have done multiple videos and multiple Tech Tuesdays regarding this. And because it's a new year, I thought I would do another one, last Tuesday. So if you still haven't uploaded your contacts into KvCORE, please do so, because that's where everything starts. If you don't have any leads in your database to nurture, working on your website, your social media, or all that stuff really doesn't matter, because you don't have any automated systems to, nurture them. So please upload your contacts there. If you're part of eXp Realty, it's absolutely free. And if you weren't, you're missing out on I think $500 per month value, because it's an expensive program. So make sure to take advantage of that. And if you have missed those tutorials, the YouTube channel is there for you. You can find all those videos there, and I put the link in the chat, okay? But today, we are going to be talking about setting up your KvCORE website and optimizing it for lead capture. So when people go to your website, you want them to be, to feel compelled to sign up, so that they don't miss any important information, or, any great blog articles or whatever you want to put on your website. So having the right structure in place to make it easier for your website visitors to sign up is going to, be a really good thing, because you don't want people going to your website, looking at the information for free, and then bouncing off, because the whole point of it is to capture leads. So the more people you are able to get to sign up, the better in the long term, because then you can keep emailing them and, build your downline as a result, in your pipeline, sorry. So that's what we are going to be touching on today. And of course, type any questions in the chat. Can be exactly about what I'm talking about, or if not, I will answer them at the end of the video. I mean, at the end of the meeting, sorry. So let's see here. What's that?
I said, I'll see you then.
Okay, sounds good. So let's get started. I'm going to open up KvCORE here. All right. So when you open up KvCORE, this is what you will see. You'll be on the dashboard. If you don't see this left-hand side right here, it's probably because it is collapsed. You want to click on the little 3 bars right here, and it'll open this section up. So to get to your website settings, you're going to go to the Web and IDX section. Okay, when you hover over that, it'll open up this drop down, and you'll have more options, to tweak your website. So if I click on here, I'm not going to click on the drop down, just Web and IDX. It'll take me to, the kind of homepage for your website, the settings, if you will. So here you can edit your website, whatever blogs you have on there, whatever widgets you want to add to it. And we'll get through as many of these as we can in this meeting, and definitely talk about all the different aspects in the upcoming ones too. And today specifically, let me show you what I want to help you guys out with today. So if you want to get to your website, you can click on your name at the top right, and then you will see your website is the one with the little globe icon. It'll be your name, your first name, last name, .exprealty.com. Okay. So when you click on that, it will open up your KvCORE website. So mine might look different than yours. I actually started tweaking mine a little bit, and it actually cost about $6.99 or $7.99, something like that, for KvCORE to customize your website for you, which I think is a little bit up there. So having, these little tutorials where you can, leverage, your website to its fullest without spending that kind of money is a very nice thing. So today I'll be showing you some little tips and cool widgets you can add onto your screen that will cost you no money. But again, some people are comfortable doing these things by themselves. Some people are not. So if you do need, one-on-one help with your KvCORE website, or you want to add some fancy stuff on there, you can always reach out to me through the links I put in the chat. You can sign up on our, email list and book one-on-one meetings with me, and I can walk you through that. So this is how you get to your website. If not, you could just type in the address bar, your first name, last name, .exprealty.com. Okay, so what specifically I want to show you guys today is changing up the navigation bar up here. Okay, so you see we have search, sell, all resources, and market report. So I have created this section here. And I think this is helpful because when people come to your website, sometimes they probably just are coming here to search a specific home, but having different things that they can see and click on will heighten your chances of them actually signing up, because KvCORE will automatically prompt them with, a sign-in box every so often whenever they click on different properties. So for example, let's say, I was just browsing on my website as a random lead. Let me close this real quick. There we go. So let's say lead comes to my website and is here to maybe look at a property, and it notices that there are market reports available for different cities, and maybe he sees his city here. Let's say maybe the person lives in Torrance. So they'll come over here, click on Torrance report, and then before they can even see the Torrance report, they have to input their information. And this is where the magic happens. As soon as they put this in, they will be able to access all of the other information on your website. So having little things like that people can click on will, optimize and make the chances of them actually signing up much, much higher. Okay, and by them doing this, they will be added to your database, your CRM. So we'll be adding this section to our website together. And if we have time after, I'll show you guys how to add some of these widgets like this one up here, or maybe, featured areas that you want to service, and the About You section, pretty easy, and even the blog area. Okay. So let's go back into KvCORE and let's get started there. All right. So again, the way I got to this page is by going on the left-hand side, click on Web and IDX right here. Once you do, it'll open this up. So next up, we want to go to the, where is it? The custom pages. It's right here. So on the right-hand side of this page, you'll see a tab called Website Contents, and you want to click on Custom Pages. So I'm going to click View and Edit. And then you'll see a page like this. So if you haven't messed with your website too much, you won't see any of these options here. I've created these, and I'll be creating many more, so that people have many options. So depending on the areas you want to service or the areas you want to have market reports for, I suggest doing very popular cities that everyone knows, like LA or, anywhere in the South Bay, so that people who are just curious and want to see what the market's like in those areas can just hop over and just click on those and see what's going on there. So what we want to do to add our first market report is we want to click on New Page. Okay, so I'm going to click here. And then this is where you give it a title. So we can choose a random city, let's say Long Beach, for example. So I'll type Long Beach in here. And then for you guys, you will not have a category already set. So you want to go to this section where it says Create New Category, and you want to type Market Report. Okay, so every other area we decide to add on to this dropdown, we will categorize it under Market Report. But because I already have this created, I can just select it from here. Okay, but for you guys doing this for the first time, instead of typing Market Report in this section, just type it in the Create New Category section. Okay. And then you don't want to put anything in the page contents. And then down here, this is where we're going to include the link to the market report for, that area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up a new tab, and I encourage all of you guys to actually follow along with me. So if you have any difficulties, you can, give me a question right then and there. So we'll open up a new tab. Oop. If I can, let's see. And we'll go to KvCORE again. Yeah.
So right now we are going to the link that we are going to post here.
Yeah, so I open up a new tab so that I don't close out of, this.
Right.
And we're still going to KvCORE though.
I'm with you.
Okay. So in the new tab, we're going to go to the playbooks section. And then we're going to go to work your sphere. So I'm going to do this 2 times, and then you'll kind of get the hang of it, and you'll be able to do all the different cities you want. And I'm going to open up playbooks. And let's see, we want to click on stay top of mind down here, and then you will see post to social media. So once you click on there, it takes you to this page where you can create a market report squeeze page for any city, zip code, or county, you name it. So in my example, I'm doing Long Beach. So I'm going to type Long Beach in here.
I'm sorry, I'm going to interrupt you. So going back to playbooks, where did you go after?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
could you go back a little bit? Yeah.
sounds good. So from here, you're going to click on playbooks right here.
Right.
And then we're going to click on work your sphere. Okay, we're going to open this playbook.
Okay.
Okay, and then we'll press the green button, open playbook.
Okay.
And now we want to go down to the stay top of mind section at the bottom here. Okay.
Okay.
Right here. And then you want to click on post to social media.
Okay.
Okay, and then we get here. Does everyone, well, anyone else got lost maybe? Interrupt me at any time.
So I'm in playbooks, and you went to what?
So once you open up playbooks, then you're going to see, these 3 different playbooks. You want to choose the one that says work your sphere. Okay.
Okay.
You see that? And then you press the blue button, open playbook.
Okay.
And then you want to click on the green button that says open playbook again.
It's not moving.
It's at the top right-ish.
So did you go to playbook and then go over to open playbook?
Exactly. So the first button is blue and then the next one's green.
All right.
Okay.
Now we're rolling. Okay.
Awesome. So then on the left-hand side, it's going to say work sphere plays. If you look all the way down, there's a section called stay top of mind.
I don't see that.
No?
I see gather sphere plays.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. So right now on my screen, I'm hovering over work your sphere. Do you see that?
You want to back up? Is that what?
Yeah, so I went back. I'm going back
Okay,
so you can see what I'm doing here.
1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Okay, I'm at open the playbook. Nope.
Okay, so we'll open the work your sphere playbook. So I'm going to open that one, not the gather your sphere one.
Hang on a second.
No worries.
Sorry.
No worries. Make sure you can see my screen. I'm all the way at the beginning. Okay.
Playbook. Work your sphere.
Exactly. We're going to open that one.
Click on open the playbook.
Exactly.
Now I'm in all
Okay.
plays. Okay.
Yeah. So on the left-hand side, if you see it, it'll say work sphere plays. You're going to look all the way down to stay top of mind. It's one of the sections down here.
It's not saying that.
You can you see my screen?
I do, but what I see where I am, it has import your sphere.
Oh, did you open the green open playbook or
Yeah.
blue open playbook?
I did
So the first button is blue. If you can see my screen, when we click on playbooks, the first one you click on is open playbook under work your sphere.
I'm gonna try it again, but I was there. Open the playbook.
Right.
Mine doesn't look like it. Doesn't look like yours.
Maybe you did this one. Yeah.
And it just didn't do what you said. So I'm at gather your sphere.
Right. We want to do work your sphere, not gather your sphere. It's right next to work, gather your sphere.
I don't know if I can go back.
Yes.
Hang on. Come on. I don't like to wait. Can't go back. Can't go back. Why?
I would go back to your, just refresh your whole KvCORE, go back to the beginning, and then
Try.
you might be able to find it that way.
10.
I'm not sure what you're seeing, but what you can do, just go ahead and
Okay, you said I'm right here now. I think I'm with you. I got gather your sphere, work your sphere.
right. So under work your sphere, there's a blue button called Open Playbook.
I'll hit that.
Okay.
Now it looks good.
And
Now-
then you'll see a screen that'll say, you know, a bunch of stuff, but at the on the right, it'll say
Oh,
Open
wait,
Playbook in
what
green.
about the okay? Go to playbook first, right?
Yes.
Wait a minute. Go to playbook, then hit the green one, right? The blue,
Yes.
right? Go to
Yes.
playbook on the left, right?
Right. Once you click on Playbook on the left, it'll open a page that has 3 different playbooks you can open. The one
Yes.
you want to open is Work Your Sphere, and that button is blue initially.
Because it looked like it just changed. I didn't do that. Work your sphere. I hit it.
No worries.
then
What
I
I can
go
do is
to-
I can come back to this section. You might be in a different window or something. It's being recorded in any case.
Okay, so when you go ahead and hit your work your sphere.
Yeah.
Okay, hit that.
Work Your Sphere, and then
I
you'll
got
see
that
another.
right, which you have.
Okay,
Okay.
now there's an Open Playbook button in green. Do you see that one?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so let's click there.
Now I'm with you. Okay.
Do you see what I'm seeing now?
I got fill in the gaps, build a relationship. Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
fine.
perfect. So if you look all the way down where you are looking right now, you'll see stay top of mind at the bottom.
Got it.
Okay, so we're gonna click that, and then you'll see post to social media.
Okay.
It's a little drop down. So you click on post to social media. Did you
Mhm.
click on that?
Mhm.
Perfect. So now this is where we are. You'll be able to see a section that says, you know, post to social media, market report, squeeze page, and a bunch of info. So we just want a market report right now. Okay.
Okay.
So where it says area right here, we want to type in the area we want to, you know, generate a market report for. So in my specific example, I'm doing Long Beach. So I'm going to type Long Beach in here. If you want to do Long Beach also, that's totally fine. Or you could type in whichever city you went with. Okay, so once you type Long Beach, it'll generate a you know, that city already in the drop down. So I'll click on that, and then it'll turn gray like this with a little X. If you don't see this, that means it didn't get inputted. So
Mhm.
type the city first, it'll be in the drop down, and then click on it.
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. So once it's looking like this, you're gonna click on copy, where you see, you know, at the right at the bottom, it'll say link, and then you're gonna press the blue copy button.
Mhm.
Perfect. So now you've copied the link to the market report for the city you just, you know, typed in. So now we could go back to that other window, and then we're going to paste that link in the URL section. Okay. So remember, we're here a while ago.
This one, hang on.
Mhm.
And where you want to put it?
So there's a URL tab, URL field.
Yeah. See
Yeah.
it?
So we're going to paste it there.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Perfect. And then under the slug section, where it's, you know, if you scroll down in the next field, it'll say slug. This is what shows in the link. So to make your life easier, you can just type actually the name of the city, Long Beach,
Yes.
and dash market report.
Oh, this is beautiful.
So Long dash beach dash market dash report. If you did torrents, you could do torrents dash market dash report. If you did, you know, Lakewood dash, et cetera, et cetera. So this is all you need to do.
And
Stay
for
with it for a
cities that are
second.
2 words, do you need a dash in between?
It doesn't really matter. It just has to be no spaces in between. So I just like it. I like it looking like this. So I put a dash between every word, but it's not mandatory. Just no spaces is all.
Beautiful.
Mhm. Okay.
Mhm.
And then you don't need to change anything else. Then you can go ahead and click save.
Okay.
Awesome. So now this process we just did, you would want to replicate this for every single city you want to have in your dropdown. I encourage you to have as many as possible of the most popular, cities out there. You can even do counties. So I'm going to do one more so that everyone can follow along and just solidify what we just did. So to get this going, what we did is we opened up web and IDX. So I'm going to click on here. This is on the left-hand side of your KvCORE sections. If you don't see the section on the left, click on the menu bar, the 3 bars at the top right, top left, sorry. It'll open this up and it will click on web and IDX. So once you have web and IDX open, we're going to scroll down and go to the right a little bit. You'll see custom pages. Okay. So we're going to click view/edit next to that where my mouse is right now.
Hold on. Did you click the, you did? Okay. Custom pages. Okay.
And then
And nothing happened.
yeah, so once you click on that, it'll open this window that we were previously in.
Okay. You good?
So now we're going to do another city. So I'm going to click new page.
Yes.
And this time, let's say I want to do the city of Gardena. So I'm going to type Gardena in here.
Awesome. Awesome.
And because in the previous page, we created this category called market reports, this time, instead of typing that in the new category section, you could just come over here and it should already have what you created previously. So as soon as you click on that field, you should see market reports. Okay.
All right. So I put, so let's see what you did. I hit Lamarada and I hit N. Okay. Then the, oh, what's the, it's missing category. Well, I don't have that.
All right. So once you guys have market reports in there, we want to generate the link to this city also. So we're going to go back to our other window, which is still open right here. And let me go back to the beginning so you guys know how we got to the playbooks. So in the new window, I'm just going to go to KvCORE again. The way we did that is we went to the playbook section on the left-hand side. We went to work your sphere. And oops, let me see this real quick. Okay, and then once we open up the work your sphere playbook, we want to click open playbook again, and it'll take us back here. Okay, so on the left-hand side, just like we did before, we'll click stay top of mind, and then we'll go into the post to social media section. And this is where you get to create market reports. So we're going to use the first field up here. We're going to type in that new city that we want to do. So which for me is Gardena. So I'll type Gardena. And then it'll have it in the drop down. I'll click it here. And then it'll make it look like this and generate a link right at the bottom. So we're going to copy this link by clicking the blue copy button. Go back to our window, and remember, we don't put anything in this text box. All we do is scroll down to URL, and we just paste that link we just copied. And just like before, in the slug section, this is not mandatory. It's just for, to make your link look a little better. You could leave this like this and click save, or if you want to make it look better, you could just do Gardena -market -report. And I do this because when you share this link later on, and we'll get to that part, when you share this link later on, people immediately know where that link's going to take them. It'll say, your name. For me, for example, karamokocaine.exprealty.com/Gardena-market report. if I send that link to anyone, just by reading it, they'll know what they're, looking at. So you could just leave it at Gardena too, which is totally fine. So once you have the link in here, you could press save. And just like that, we now have another city that we've generated a market report for. Okay, so again, like I said, do as many of these as you can. You want to have a lot of them in there so that when people see that drop down, they have a lot of options. And if they see a city they're familiar with, or a city they would like to move in the future, they can click to try and get that report. Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
Okay, so on my area, I'm putting in the city, but it comes up with other than this, like, for instance,
Mhm.
I'm plugging in Marietta. It's asking, is it city Marietta, Marietta West, neighborhood Marietta? I mean, different.
Oh.
So I don't know.
Yeah. I would just do city, because if you start doing area, it's not just Marietta, it's just the surroundings of Marietta also. And then there's certain cities like Los Angeles, you'll have Los Angeles area, Los Angeles County, Los Angeles city.
Uh-huh.
So you just want to be congruent with everything you do. So if you do, if you're doing all cities, make sure you do all cities. If you do all counties, just do all counties. It's just to be more, neat with the arrangements of your links. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So if I do, in this case, the city of Marietta, it includes all of Marietta, right?
The
Even
whole
though
city of Marietta. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome. So,
I
yeah.
have a question.
Yeah, what's the question?
I tried to see where the report takes me, and it takes me to a blank page.
Where the link that we copied?
Yeah, after I created the page on KvCORE, I tested where it goes, where all the pages are, and you can see the link and see how it looks on your website.
Oh, well, we didn't get to the step where you actually get them to show up here just yet.
Oh,
We're just
okay.
creating them. Yeah. So I'll walk you through actually making it visible here. So right now we're just creating all those links.
Got it. Okay.
Okay. So yes, so you're gonna do a bunch of these, and actually I got my naming convention wrong here. I'm putting city and then report. So if I click edit, so I just did Gardena here, I'm gonna click edit. So if we go all the way up, where it says title, this is what people will be able to read on the website. So I just want to put Gardena report. It's more, it tells them what they're clicking on. So I'll change that, click save. And I'll do the same for Long Beach. I'll click edit and then Long Beach report. Perfect. Okay. And just to show you what that title section, what I mean by that is, you see how it says Los Angeles report here? That's why I'm keeping report besides all of them. So they know they're clicking on a report of the area. You don't have to use the naming convention I'm using. You could do market status in Los Angeles, market status in Torrance, or, just get creative with it and entice people to click on it. Because every click is another opportunity for people to input their email address to view that information. And when they clicked on it, that's a strong lead because they're interested in a certain thing, and they'll probably put their email then. Okay, but without little things like these, you have less chances to convert website visitors. Okay, so that's just food for thought. So yeah, we just made 2. Do we have any questions on this, or should I do one more? Just so you guys get the hang of it. I'm not sure where we're looking, guys.
So when we copy the URL on the post to social media page, you do mark done, right?
Oh
Before
no,
we
you don't have to. You don't have to. You could leave this open. This is just to generate the link. You could close this page after. We just use this page to generate the link.
Oh, so you don't have to save the link so that,
Mm.
no? Oh, okay.
No. Yeah. As soon as you get this link, you can close everything. It's still gonna be working.
How many cities can we do?
I don't know the limit, so
Oh, okay.
probably more than you need. So yeah, you could do a nice 10 or something like that. I wanted to put 10 good cities on there.
Okay,
yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Any other questions, anyone? All right. So I'm gonna close this. I'm actually gonna do one more, okay, for all the shy people who didn't ask the questions. So I'm going to start from scratch. So when you open up KvCORE, we're gonna add one more city to our market list of market reports. So when we get to KvCORE, we want to go to Web and IDX on the left-hand side. I'm gonna click here, and then you'll see this page. And through this page right here, on the right-hand side, you'll see website content. And within this box, you'll see custom pages. So I'm gonna click View and Edit next to custom pages.
That's not messed up there.
And then it'll take you to this page where you can create, that link. So we'll click New Page in green on the right-hand side. And this time, let's choose another city. Let's do, what cities do I already have? I have LA, Torrance, Long Beach, Gardena. Let's do Hawthorne this time. So I'll type that and I'll do Hawthorne report. And because I've already created the category in the previous, in the initial one I did, I won't have to create a new one. So by clicking on category on the first box, it'll have that in the dropdown. Okay. And now we need a link to the market report for Hawthorne. So again, I'm going to open up a new page and I'm going to go to KvCORE. So I'll start from scratch. Once you get to KvCORE, in this new page, we're going to go to playbooks on the left-hand side. Again, if you don't see this list of menus on the left-hand side, it's probably because it's collapsed. You want to click on the 3 bars. It'll open all of this up and then you go to playbooks. Okay, when you click on playbooks, it will give you, it'll take you to this page with 3 different playbooks. The one you want to open is called Work Your Sphere. Okay, and right under that, it'll have a blue button that says Open Playbook. So I'm going to click here. Then it'll take you to that playbook, and then you'll have another button called, Open Playbook. This time in green. I'll click on that. And then it'll take us here. So on the left-hand side, we're going to scroll all the way down to Stay Top of Mind. Okay, and then once I click on that, it'll open up these 2 new options and we will choose Post to Social Media. So this is how we get to the page where we can create as many links as we want for any area of our choosing. So this time we're doing Hawthorne. So I'm going to just type in Hawthorne. And again, I have multiple options. I could do the neighborhood of Hawthorne or I could do the city. Because I'm just doing cities, I don't want one neighborhood and then all cities. I want them all to be cities. So I'll click on the city of Hawthorne. Once I do that, it'll be highlighted in gray like this, and then it'll provide me with a link right at the bottom. So this is the link I'm going to copy. What's that?
What's the difference between area and city?
Area is not tied to the borders of the city. If you do area, it's just going to do, a little bit more, maybe the surrounding areas too. So if you take, Hawthorne, you're going to get the surrounding cities around Hawthorne, not necessarily the whole, all of the joined cities, but just a broader radius around that area, if that makes any sense. But if you want to be specific, just choose city, because then it won't go across to, the neighboring cities. Okay.
Got it.
So exactly. So yeah, now that we've put this on there, we'll get the link and I'll click copy. That'll copy it to my clipboard and I'll go back to the original window and I'll paste this link under the URL section like this. Okay. And right down here is going to give us our slug and it's already how I want it, except this is not market. There we go. So Hawthorne market report. Remember in the slug field, there just can't be any spaces. Okay, you don't have to name it like this. It'll still work. This just makes the link look, cleaner and people know exactly what they're clicking on. Okay, so Hawthorne Market Report with dashes in between, no spaces. So once you have that in there, I'm going to click save. And there we go. We have an extra city. So now I have up to 5 different market reports. So I would put anywhere between 5 to 10, have a good, you know, a lot of options for people to click on. So now that we have all this here, I want to open it up just once more. Is there any questions on anything I did before we move forward? Everyone was able to create one of these, hopefully. No questions? Okay,
Nope, I'm good.
awesome. And it looks like we don't have anything in the chat, so we're looking good. All right, so now that we have all this completed, we're going to move on to actually having a display on the website. Okay, so follow very carefully here. This step is a little bit more easy to misconstrue. We're going to go to Web and IDX on the left-hand side again, but this time we'll go to website settings. So once you hover over here, again, if you don't see this section at the left, you want to click on the 3 bars to open up the menu, and then hover over Web and IDX, and then we'll go to website settings this time. Okay. So when I click on that, it'll open up this page where we can tweak all of the major settings of our KvCORE website. You'll see things like templates, you know, what kind of widgets. So we're going to scroll past all this for now. And I think we're going to go to the custom navigation tab. Okay, you can scroll to that, or you could just click on these links right here that'll take you to that place. So we're going to click on custom navigation, and it'll make you scroll to that. Okay, it's not a different page. If you want, you could just from here just scroll down and find custom navigation, which is somewhere down here. There it is. So when you get to custom navigation, we are going to find where it says select categories for navigation. Okay. So everyone should be able to see this after doing what we just, the previous things we just did. So you're going to scroll down and find select categories for navigation. So yours will not look like this. You'll want to click on this drop down and click on market reports, because that's the category we just created in the previous steps. So I'm going to remove it. Yours should be blank, or it should have disabled in it. You're going to click on the drop down, click on market reports, and then click the save button in blue. And once you save, you'll see a message to the bottom left confirming.
Website settings saved.
Were you able to do it, Sumathi? Did it work?
Yes.
Okay. So yeah, choose market reports, click save. And then once you click save, I think we should be good for you to actually have a display on your website. So now if you have your website opened in a new tab, you can just refresh it. Or if you don't have your website open, remember, you could go to the top left of KvCORE, click on your name, and then click on your website icon. Okay. And then once your website opens, you should notice a new menu right here, and it includes all of those different reports we created. So I have Gardena, Hawthorne, Long Beach, LA, and Torrance. And you can even try to click on any of them. So if I click on Long Beach, it's going to open a new page, and it's going to load.
Okay, so for me, instead of, I had another custom page, and it overwrote that.
So you don't see the other custom page anymore?
No,
Okay. Did you have, let me see. Did you have other options under where it says select categories for navigation?
yes.
Okay, because you can add more than one section. So you may have removed what was already there. So if you had another category, just add that one too. You can click on that and have 2 green bubbles in there.
Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so add that one, then save, and then you should see both of them. Okay. But yeah, you should be able to see. Let me close this one. And close this page too. So yeah, once you save and go to your website, you should see the market reports tab. Okay, and let's see, I try to click on Long Beach, it loaded forever. There we go. So once people click on those, they'll get taken to, you know, that market report on your website. But before they can view it, they'll have to put an email address. So let me just simulate that by putting my email. And once I do, it'll sign them in. As you can see, they'll have an account made for them. And then they'll be able to see the status of, you know, what's going on in Hawthorne. They'll see homes for sale, average home prices, a lot of great information. But if they got to this page, you have logged in their email and maybe their phone number, and you can always reach out to them based on this market report. Okay, so questions? Did this work for everyone, or did anyone miss a step? Do you want me to do it one last time? How are we looking?
It worked for me beautifully. It takes
Okay.
you on the website, it just says email, phone, and message, right?
Yeah, it'll ask for the email. Once they put the email, it'll also ask for the phone number. So you get a chance to collect both of, you know, both of those pieces of information. Let's see, I think I have a question in the chat. Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna do it one more time, no problem. I just want to make sure everyone was able to follow and maybe hopefully do it with me.
It just, yeah, if you could go over that email section, because mine came up, my market
Yes.
report came up, but it
Yep.
didn't request for an email. It just automatically provided the report.
Are you already signed into your website? Because that may
Yes.
be a reason why. So yeah, so
Oh,
it knows
okay.
you're signed in, that's why.
Okay,
So,
perfect.
yeah, anyone else, it will do that.
Okay.
Okay. Don't be shy, guys. Any questions? There's no basic questions. They're all good, all valid.
Oh, hold on.
Okay. You can, do you have a question, Samati?
Yeah, for me, it's only asking for email, not a phone number.
So once you type the email in and you press next, it'll have a new field
Oh,
come up.
yeah, I see it. It pops
Okay.
up after that.
Perfect. Awesome. So I'm going to go through this process once more. We're going to add a new city just for those of you guys who maybe missed a step. So I'm going to close this.
Let me see, going back to,
Close all this stuff. We're going to do it one more time from scratch.
all right, so I'll just go back to dashboard first.
Okay. So once you come up, you open up KvCORE,
No,
you're going to see your days. We want to hide. Can you guys still hear me? Can anyone say yes? My connection just did some funny stuff.
Yeah, you were topping up
mine
a bit.
yeah,
Okay. Can you hear? Am I good now?
yeah,
Okay. So on the left-hand side, you will want to click on Web and IDX. Okay. So once you click on that, you don't have to go through the drop down, just click straight where it says Web and IDX. When you get here, you will see a section that says website content on the right-hand side. And within it, you want to click view and edit. It will take you to this page, you know, this section where you can add custom pages. So what we'll want to do is add a new page. Okay, so I'm going to click new page. It's this green button to your right. And once I do so, in the title section, all the way up at the top, the first field, this is where you want to write the city, you know, for which you're trying to generate a market report for. So this time, let's do the city of, what city did I not do? Let's do Manhattan Beach. So I'll do Manhattan Beach and then report. Okay. And if question,
No, no, no.
okay.
Forgot that, but
If this is your first time doing it, or if it hasn't worked the first few times, you want to create a new category called market report. Okay, but if you successfully made one of these already, you will not have to create a new category. Instead of typing market report here, you want to go to the category section, click on this drop down, and you should already see market report. Okay,
yeah.
I don't believe it'll mess up anything if you still put it in any field, but just make sure it's spelled the same, market report. So once you have that there, now it's time to generate a link that will take people to the Manhattan Beach market report. So to do that, instead of closing this, I'm going to open a new window or a new tab, go to KvCORE. And this time we'll open up the playbooks located on, it's the second option right below dashboard. So my mouse is right here. So I'm going to click playbooks.
Mhm.
And then you'll get 3 different options: promote listings, gather your sphere, work your sphere. You want to choose work your sphere. So I'm going to click that one where it says open playbook. And then it'll open this pop-up. You're going to click open playbook once more. This time it's in a green button. So I'll click that. And then it'll open this window, and on the left-hand side, you'll get a lot of different sections you can click on. We want to go all the way down to where it says stay top of mind. So I'll click on that, and then you will want to choose the option that says post to social media. So when you click on that, you will get to this window where you'll have the option to create market report squeeze pages.
For some reason,
Yes.
mine kept the old one.
Your
Yeah,
what's
the old city.
the brown?
Yeah, kept the old city.
Oh, well, you can just delete that and type in a new one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so when you guys get here, you can just type in the city for which you're trying to get a market report for. So for me, that's Manhattan Beach right now. So I'll type that in.
Mhm.
And then it'll give you a little drop down through which you can choose. And I did. Once you do that, you will be able to copy the link that gets displayed below here. Okay, so you can highlight this and press and then, copy, or you could just click on the copy button in blue right by the link.
Okay.
Once you have that copied, we can go back to our original window and paste that link under the URL field, just like so. So once you have that there, you want to change up your slug, which is the next field, to just have something very neat and, that says what people are clicking on. So Manhattan -beach- and I'll do market -report. So you want to make sure there's no spaces in the slug field. Okay. You can write anything you want in here, but just do not have any space characters. So once that's in, you're all done. I'm going to click save. And there you go. Now I have one more city, which is the city of Manhattan Beach. And if you go to your website, which you can access by clicking on your name at the top right, and then clicking on the link that has the little world icon next to it, it'll open up your website. Or you could just type it in. It's your first name, last name, .exprealty.com. So you can double check that it did go through by hovering over the market report section, and it should appear here. So sometimes these will not populate right away, but if we go here, you can see that it is indeed in my system. So let me just close this all together, see if I can get it to refresh. Maybe not. Okay, sometimes you're gonna have to give it a few minutes there, but that's how you go about adding it. Getting a little refresh.
So let's just for kids. Let's just say you misspelled the city. I didn't do that, but let's just say you did. Can you change it and fix it?
misspelled city? Like where do you mean?
Well, let's say you said Hawthorne and I was in a hurry and it was Hornthorne.
Uh-huh.
Finished. And I go, oh my God, what have I done?
Oh, yeah. So you could go back to the custom pages. I don't know if you still have this window open.
Uh-huh. I can see it.
Yeah, so you can just click edit next to whichever,
Ah.
one, and then you can change the
Beautiful.
title all the way up top.
Oh,
Very
awesome.
easy. Okay, so this is how you add market reports, and don't be scared if they don't populate right away. Sometimes it takes websites a few minutes to refresh, but as you can see, we've done quite a few already. So I encourage you guys to have a bunch of those here, so that when people go to your website, they have many things they can click on. You want to engage, the visitors and collect their emails and phone numbers to nurture those leads later down the line. Any questions at all?
I'm real excited. Oh boy.
Any questions?
I
I
have another
think it
question,
lets
but
you-
not related.
I think it lets you do more than 10. Because I'm
No,
on
I'm pretty sure it does. Yeah, I don't know the limit, but I think you don't want to have so much that it's overwhelming either. But you can do more than 10, I'm sure. Did you have a question, Tisha?
I do, but it is not related to the subject topic that you're currently on.
Okay.
I didn't know if you got told what you're going to get to or if I should wait.
It's about time actually, so I'm open to any questions at this point. We crossed the hour mark, so yeah, go for it. That's what I wanted to show you guys today.
All right, as far as when you click on my name under the website, so if someone was to pull my information up on my website and they were to scroll down, I'm trying to get back into a regular page. So we click on my globe. So
Uh-huh.
as I scroll down on my main page,
Uh-huh.
it's showing our listings or just listed.
Sure.
This is not my territory.
Oh,
How can I redirect it to my
question.
market area? So like how you have Long Beach, Torrance, LA.
Oh, like this right here?
Yeah, so you have
Okay.
future areas. Mine has our listings. I don't know who our is, but
Yeah. It's
it's
it's our listings, but it's the listings that your office has basically. So I completely removed that section altogether. It's an extra thing people can click on. So if you don't have much on your website, I would leave it. But if you want to customize it like I have right here, let me show you that real quick. And then I see questions in the chat. I'll get to that in just a moment. So Tisha, if you open up your KvCORE on the back end, and then you go to Web and IDX, you hover over here, okay, and then you'll see more options. You will want to click on Website Manager. Okay, let's click Website Manager. I thought there would be widgets there. So once you click on Website Manager, you will be able to go to widgets. Okay, so I'm going to click on widgets. And here you can do a lot of cool stuff here. So here on the left-hand side, you'll be able to add different pieces of information to your website. So if you see on the left-hand side, you have a bunch of things you can add. So if you click on the little eye icon there, it'll show you what that widget looks like. So the one that you're referring to on my website, featured areas, that is what you see here, right here. It's the first option for me, featured areas widget default. So if you click on the little eye next to it, it kind of shows you what that looks like, okay? So if this is something you want to have on your website, you can click the add button. So I already have it here. So as soon as you click add, it'll move to this area on the right-hand side of your screen. And you can arrange them by clicking on the little dots here and moving it, how high do you want it on your website or how low do you want it on your website? For me, it's the last thing you see before the footer. So once you add it, it'll pop up on this section and you'll want to click edit, okay? Once you click edit, here is where you can customize what areas you show. So I put Los Angeles, Long Beach, Torrance, and Palmdale. For you, there probably won't be anything if you don't have that already. So you're going to click add area. Okay, bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Bless someone. So same thing as we did before, you're going to do the area name. So if you're doing Costa Mesa or something, let's put Costa Mesa here. You're going to put, so this is the name people will see on the actual picture. And then you also obviously want to type Costa Mesa in the location area. Oop. Let me change this. My computer autofill goes crazy sometimes. There we go. And then I'll type Costa Mesa. And I'll choose that city. And then you're going to get on the right-hand side. This is optional. You don't have to configure all this. But if you want those links to take people to a specific type of listing, you can input that here. So let's say I only want to show single family homes. So that's what I'm going to put up top. So single family, and then you can even add a style. Do you want condominium, contemporary? You can get very specific, but I would leave it as open as possible to show as many listings as possible. And you can even customize the price range that gets shown. So once you have all that filled up, the only caveat, which is not really a caveat, but you have to have an image uploaded. KvCORE is not the one that actually puts the image on those boxes. You're gonna have to upload an image of, you know, something related to that. So I just have a bunch of images I got from Canva. You can upload them. I'm just gonna choose the Hollywood sign here. So insert that, and then there you go. I'll press save, and a new area added. So here you'll see Costa Mesa, and this is one of the new areas. So once you save that, you can go on your website, you can refresh. I don't know if it'll pop up immediately for me. Oh, there you go. Costa Mesa is here. So that's how I added this section onto my website. Okay. And I don't know if you want to remove the just listed section altogether or keep it there. Is that something you want to do? I can show you how to take those off really quickly. If you're still here, Tisha.
No, I am. I don't have an image, so I'm stuck.
Oh, yeah. So I just wanted to show you how to do it, but you have to upload an image there. You can just put anything random for now, I guess, just to test it out if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, but that's how I have that there. And I encourage people to just leave the just listed section. I was just tweaking my website. I'm going to put it back myself. But the more things you have on your website for people to click on and check out, the more chances your website has to prompt them to put that email in, because that's all you really want at the end of the day with your website. Okay. So that is that. I think we had another question. And again, we're pretty much done with today's topic. Do you have anyone has any questions related to your website altogether or something different?
Yeah, how did you get the book a consultation to show up on the main page?
Where at? Oh, right here.
Yeah.
So this is a little bit more complicated. I actually wrote the code to this section because KvCORE doesn't let you do this. For those of you guys who don't know, I do web design too. I did that for a while. So if you guys want to do some crazy stuff with your website and you don't want to pay $1,000 to KvCORE, you can reach out to me and I can build some custom stuff for you at a fraction of the cost. But yeah, it's gonna take more time, but stuff like this I customized. And even this section right here, what's my home worth? There are widgets for you to utilize right here. So you can just leverage these if you don't want to spend any money. So you can have a meet the team section. That's what that's going to look like. I'm actually going to add a few of these so you know how it works. So I added that, and then there's a financing widget. Let's see what that looks like. Get financing today. So maybe you want to have that on your website. I can add that too. Yes. And then let's see, blog posts. So what does that look like? So do you want to have this widget? Maybe. So add it, and then recruit. Let's see what this looks like. Join our team. So you can add as many of these as possible on your website and just to have stuff on there. So if I refresh, you'll kind of see that all those widgets I added, see, meet the team. So these are people in my office, I think. Yep. And then financing, blog, join our team. So you have all of that available to you right now for free. So some of the stuff you see on my website, like this section and this section, you have to manually code it or pay KvCORE to actually do for you. And I think their prices are pretty crazy. So for very basic things. But yeah, that's how I did that, Sumati.
Got it.
Yes. Anyone has any other questions?
Yeah, I want to be able to include another, I don't know, I guess you would call it a website.
Sure.
Where do I do that?
So the best way to make that happen would be to maybe add another link up here where we did the market reports. And that's also very easy. So let's go back to KvCORE. It's going to be the same process as we did for the market report. So we're going to go to KvCORE. We're going to go to Web and IDX on the left-hand side, and we'll just click right here. Okay. And once you are here, we're going to go to custom pages. So I'm going to click view and edit right here. Okay. And then once we open that up, we are going to create a brand new page once more. And it's going to be in green. So here, you're going to put whatever that website is. So let's say it's a Linktree or maybe a Calendly. It could be a book an appointment with me. So I'll just do this as an example. Let's do consultation, book a consultation. All right. And then you can create a new category. So we could just do quick links. So this is up to you. This part won't matter much. So I'll just put quick links. Actually, we're going to put it on the new category since I don't already have that made. So you type that in there. And here is where you want to paste the link to whatever link you're trying to route people to. So I'll just type my Calendly link. And then I'll click save. Okay. All right. So once you click save, that's going to be one of the links you have up here. So I'm going to now go to the website settings. Let me see here. Give me 1 second. All right, so we're going to go to our web and IDX, and this time we'll go to website settings. Okay, I'm going to click here, and it'll take you back to this page. So we want to scroll down to custom navigation. Instead of scrolling, you could just click on the link right here. It'll take you there, and we'll scroll and find where it says select custom pages for navigation. So before we did custom categories, this time you want to choose this page we just made. So for me, it was book a consultation. So if I click that, I'm going to remove this one and I'll click save. Once you save that and you go to your website and you refresh, you should notice a new link pop up. You see it says book a consultation. So if I click here, it'll take people to my Calendly where they can book a one-on-one with me or whatever link you put on there. Okay. Were you able to follow or did I go a little too fast?
No, I was able to follow. But I
Perfect.
do need a little extra help on my website. I don't know. I did something and now all my tabs have disappeared. So
Oh, no.
I'll book a consultation with you
Okay, that's what they're for. Do you have the link to that?
I'm sorry.
The consultations? I'll put it in the chat right now.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
And now also, you know, it's on my website. So you can just go to myname.exprealty.com and just click book a consultation too, in case you don't remember it. So let's put it on here. So the link I just pasted in the chat, everyone, is to book a one-on-one with me if you need help with. Doesn't have to be KvCORE, can be social media, can be, you know, smart campaigns, can be anything tech related, honestly. And we can talk about it and find cool solutions to your problems. Okay, any other questions, anyone? Anything at all? Okay, I think we are looking good. I see one last question. Where could we find recordings for the future, for future reference? This is the last link I'm putting in the chat. So I actually manually send out emails to everyone with links to all of the, with video recordings to all of the meetings we have, whether they're live, whether they're contracts class, you know, comms with Renee or Tech Tuesdays. So by signing up with the link that I just put in the chat, the very last one, it'll put you on that email list for me to email you whenever those come out. If not, you could just go directly to the YouTube channel where I post all this stuff. And the link for that is also in the chat. But hey, let's do it again. So you can find all those videos there and you can subscribe here to be notified too. Okay, so I hope everyone can see those links in there. All right. Any other shares before we close it out, guys? A lot of good questions today.
I'll request some time with you when you have a few minutes.
No problem. Okay, so yeah, you can stick around afterwards, and I think that's pretty much everything, guys. So
Okay.
yeah, you guys have a wonderful night, and
Thank you.
we have
Thank
comms
you.
tomorrow. So yes,
That
enjoy
was
your
super
night.
helpful. Thank you.
Bye bye, guys. Thank you, guys.